Welcome to the Vol Pro Core Training Program, where we cover how to trade the volume profile and everything that entails from strategy to theory to practical application. So a quick overview of this course is designed to give you a practical understanding of the volume profile and how to apply it in daily market conditions. So a bit of an overview of how the course is going to flow. We're going to start with setting up the tools you need to be able to use the volume profile on a day-to-day basis. We're going to move into the theory so you understand how the volume profile works, why the volume profile works. Then we'll go into the technicals of how to use the volume profile to find practical trade setups. After we've done that, we'll look at how you can build confluence, stack confluences together, and build context around the volume profile to improve your trade hit rate and find higher probability trades. Because one thing a lot of people forget is that you can't just trade from random levels without any extra context or confluence. So that's what we're going to help with in that section. Then we'll go into risk and targeting using the volume profile and specifically how to find your risk and your take profit targets using the volume profile itself. Then we'll cover session specifics. Not all of us trade the same session. We'll cover the specifics of trading the main New York session versus trading the overnight sessions such as Asia and London. And then we'll go in to wrap things up in the conclusion. So whatever you do, don't skip ahead. Each section builds on the last, and even if you are familiar with some of this information, it's important that you watch this course right through to the very end without skipping any modules. So why volume profile? Why is it important to learn how to use this tool? Most traders, specifically retail traders, rely on price alone, but price without volume is an incomplete picture. Volume profile shows us where the real battles happen between buyers and sellers, effectively showing us what's happening behind the candlesticks. Without a tool like volume, you're just looking at the open, high, low, and close of price and nothing else. Volume profile also highlights value areas, key levels, and hidden support and resistance levels that most traditional charts, if not all traditional charts, will completely miss. And it should come as no surprise when I tell you that the volume profile and volume-based analysis is the foundation of most professional trading strategies in the futures markets. You find that most people who are doing this professionally and trading professionally use volume as part of their analysis, if not the main crux of their analysis is based on volume analysis and volume profile, because it provides such an edge compared to a naked price chart. Volume profile is also not a lagging indicator. You know, the problem with most indicators, as we know, are that they're lagging. They only show something and will only adjust after the fact, whereas the volume profile is showing us real-time market interest at specific price levels. So yes, we can see past data, and yes, we do analyze the past data, but in real time, it also shows us where volume is developing, hence why it's so important. Volume profile identifies true support and resistance levels that's based on actual volume, not based on candlestick patterns, not based on specific highs and lows, but based on real volume. So we can identify these true areas where there is most likely going to be a reaction, a ceiling, and a floor. The volume profile shows us where institutional players are most active. Institutional players are good at hiding their intentions from retail traders unless we are able to see volume. Volume is one thing that cannot be hidden, hence why using the volume profile is a brilliant way to see where these larger players are positioning themselves and executing their trades, allowing us to build an edge upon that. Volume profile helps us to choose the most favorable prices for entries and exits, giving us a higher risk to reward ratio. And the volume profile also improves our understanding of market structure and intraday trends. Again, not based on candlestick patterns, but based on real volume, real data, and real transactions. So by the end of this course, you will know how to identify high-value trading zones using the volume profile. You will know how to build context using multiple volume profiles and improve your discretionary trading decisions. And you will have built a strategy that aligns with real transaction-based market logic, not guesswork, not subjective candlestick nonsense, but real order flow and volume-based analysis. Once you see the market through the volume profile, you will never look at price the same way again. In fact, if someone told me to trade now without a volume profile, I would tell them I can't do it. I would not feel comfortable trading a chart or trading a market without a volume profile or some form of volume analysis. So one thing we always tell people before they go through this program is that be prepared for your entire world to be shifted upside down. If you're only used to trading typical retail candlestick patterns and typical trading strategies that you see all over YouTube and in social media, be prepared to have that totally flipped on its head. Trading with the volume profile is a professional approach and is totally different to what you will be taught and parroted from on social media. So I hope you're looking forward to going through this program. We'll first go into how to set up the volume profile and make sure all your tools are ready to go so that we can be working from the same page. So go ahead and complete this lesson now and move on to the setup lesson.